Hey, what's up, everybody? We are live once again. Let's try this once more. We are doing a how to play role player solo. So, this is the game we're playing. It is Role Player by Keith Matajeka. I'm not really sure how exactly to spell that name or how to pronounce that name. I know how to spell it. It's Matejka. But in this game, you are rolling dice, drafting dice, placing dice, altering them, all in an effort to build the best character, RPG style character that you possibly can. So we have a few things to go over for the setup that I've already prepared. And they are: each player will be dealt a class card, or I'm sorry, not dealt a class card, but draw a die from the bag and take the class card matching the number of die, the color of the dice that they drew from the bag. There's 7 different colors. So you'll just draw one. If it's gold, you'll set it aside and draw a new one. And then each of these cards has 2 sides, as well as some rankings that will be important at the end of the game. Um, so I ended up getting black, and you can tell this is the black class because it has the little black square there. And I chose Rogue. And because I chose Rogue, I have this special ability that you may or may not ever be able to see. But the special ability is, when using a skill card, you do not have to move your attribute marker. And your attribute marker is on your attribute card that I'll show you here in a second. But at the end of the game, starting from the top going to the bottom, my strength on my player attribute sheet here, the dice that are placed into this top section here have to equal either 16 or 17, because it says 16 to 17. My dexterity has to equal exactly 18. Can't be under, can't be over, none of that, but you do get the most points out of dexterity. And it just so happens that I chose the dragon race. There are many different races, male and female side, but the only thing that affects the game is that it has some modifiers to specific attributes. So in this case, I will get +2 to my strength and -2 to my dexterity. So that's going to make hitting this dexterity number even harder. So even if I put all 6s there, it'll equal 18, but I'll have to subtract 2, which will be 16. So I have to get some type of weapons cards or something that's going to help increase that attribute number. Next, you have Constitution. I think that's correct. It has to be 14 or 15. Intelligence 14 or higher, Wisdom 14 or higher, and Charisma 15 or 16. So you see, if it's an exact number, you get more points. If it's a small range, you get 2, and if it's a number higher, you get 1 point for that. So after everyone's gotten a die from the bag and chosen their class, they'll be dealt a backstory. And this is what a backstory card looks like. And it's basically telling you that with this backstory you've been dealt, you have to get certain color dice into certain areas of the card. Man, it's just not wanting to focus at all. So anyway, on my strength, you can see here I'll have to have a red die in the last spot of the strength, a purple in the second spot of dexterity, a white in the second spot of constitution, a green in the last spot of intelligence, a black in the last spot of wisdom, and a blue in the first spot of charisma. And on this card, it has different point values based on how many of those matches you actually make. So you can see here, if we get 2 to 3 of those correct, we'll get 1 point, 4 to 5, 3, and if we get all 6 of them in the right spot, we'll get 6 victory points. And then it's got like some little flavor text there that actually tells you about your backstory. Let me zoom back out. There we go. And then finally, you'll deal each player an alignment card. And this alignment basically just gives an opportunity to gain or lose points. So you can see I got the Protector, and in this case, I want to be neutral good, because neutral good, man. Anyway, neutral good will give me 3 victory points. If I'm over here on the chaotic side, but I'm all the way up at good, I'll get 1. If I'm on the lawful side, I'll also get 1. But if I go anywhere near the evil side, I'll get negative points at the end of the game, because I'm a protector. I want to be good. I don't want to be evil. All right, so that goes there, and you'll place your alignment cube on the center block, center spot of that, and that'll move around as you do different things. So we got our class, we got our backstory, we got our alignment. Next thing we do is pull a gold die out of the bag, and that's going to be the enemy die, and that'll be rolled depending on what initiative card we pick. And this is all for solo setup. So this is the same setup as a 2-player game. You'll have 3 initiative cards. The market deck has cards with 2 dots and 1 dots. Basically, you'll separate the 2s from the 1s, shuffle them separately, remove 7 out of each stack, and then put the 1s on top of the 2s. Reveal the top 3, and there's your first market. You'll also give yourself 5 gold and a player aid card that just kind of helps you remember the sequence of play, and it's also used for scoring at the end of the game. Alright, so the last part of setup is to draw 4 dice from the bag plus the number of players, but on a solo you treat it as if it's 2 players, so we drew 6 dice. We'll go ahead and roll those, and now we have to place them. One other thing that does not apply during the setup phase is when you place these, you'll see there's special abilities on each of these tracks. So under strength, that symbol means you can flip a die that's already out, or the one you just placed, to the opposite side. Dexterity lets you swap 2 dice, swap places, 2 dice that are already out, or you just place swap places. The Constitution is increase 1 die 1 pip, or decrease a die 1 pip. Intelligence, every time you place a die on that track, you get to re-roll any die that's out. Wisdom, you get to move your alignment token in 1 space in any direction. And then finally, Charisma, you get one of these tokens that gives you a $1 discount when purchasing from the market. So that happens every time you place a die in one of those spots. Triggers that ability. Also, you'll see this last spot here is outlined in like a gold yellow color. That means when you place the 3rd die on any of these, you get 1 gold. And anytime you place a gold die, you get 2 gold. So let's decide where we want these. I know I need purple on my 2nd row, 2nd column. I need purple to be there. But you always have to place from left to right. So I think I'll put, and my total on that one has to be 18, and I'm already getting a -2. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the gold 6 here, collect my 2 gold for placing that. place the purple 1 here because later I can flip it with this top ability and it'll become a 6. And it satisfies my backstory goal of having a purple die in that spot. Next, what else? I need a red in the final spot here. It needs to be 16 to 17. Let's put a 1 down here for charisma, because later I can flip it and make it a 6. And I require a blue to be there, so that's another reason I did that. And then these others, I'm not really sure it makes a whole ton of difference, but I'm going to put the 4 up here because I get the +2 there. And I'll put the 2 there and a 2 there. And there we go. So we're ready to go now. We placed our initial 6 dice. And now we'll draw 1 die from the bag for each initiative card that's out and roll them. And then we'll place them on the initiative cards in ascending order. Also, the second initiative card will get a gold token, a gold on it. It can never have more than 1 gold on it. But whoever chooses that one will get that gold. And in the solo version, obviously there's no other player, so you can choose whatever initiative you want. But if you choose 1, the enemy die will not be rolled, and you won't lose any market cards. If you choose 2, you roll the enemy die, and if it's 1, you remove this card, 2, this one, 3, this one. 4 through 6 does nothing. But if you choose the third initiative card, because it's always the higher value die. A 1 and 2 you get rid of this card, a 3 and 4 you get rid of this card, and a 5 and 6 you get rid of this card. So if I really want that 6, which I do, I'm probably going to lose access to one of these market cards. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take that 6, and I have to place it now. Constitution has to be 14 to 15. Right now I'm at 7, but I'm going to flip this, and it gets a minus. No, that's dexterity. So I'm going to flip that. I won't be able to swap dice anymore, but I think I'm okay with that. Then again, I might want a black die there because there's some weapons that increase the value of your color of dice. Constitution's 14 to 15. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it here, and that'll let me increase the value or decrease the value of one of my dies. You can never go below 1 or above 6, and they don't loop, so you can't go from a 6 to a 1 or anything like that. So I'll increase that green one. Then I roll the enemy die, and I rolled a 6, and since I chose 3, a 5 and a 6 gets rid of this. And that sucks because that's actually a really good card, especially for me with my current alignment card. I want to move up 1, so at the end of the game I get that 3 points. But anyway, this one would have let me, at any time during my turn, I could tap this card before or after picking initiative. Yeah, it's just not going to focus for some reason. There we go. Before or after selecting an initiative card, flip all dice in the die pool to their opposite sides and reorder them. That's really powerful. And you can only do this if you're able to move your alignment card in the direction that it's required to be moved. So if I was able to purchase this, and this was over in my skill area, next turn I could tap it, move this alignment cube up 1, and at the end if it stayed that way, at the end of the game I'd get 3 points. But I didn't get it. It goes to the trash pile. And in a solo game, there is a difference between a trash pile and a discard pile, because some cards let you go through the discard pile, but not the trash pile. So anyways, the enemy purchased that card, basically. And now I'm left with Pickpocket, which is move your attribute, your attribute token down, or alignment token down, and decreased face value of a die to get 2 gold. But I think I'm going to buy this. So for $3, I get this trait, which immediately on trait cards, if it has this symbol on a trait card, that means you immediately move your alignment cube in that direction. So I immediately have to move my alignment cube to the left. And what this one says, at the end of the game, I gain a star for each skill card I have. Which right now I have 0. But, alright, so your traits go down below your player board. And you can have as many traits as you want, as much armor as you want, and as many skills as you want. But weapons are limited to 2 hands. The weapons will have either 1 or 2 hands on the card. You can only have a maximum of 2 hands worth of cards. The armor is actually really cool. It's set collection. So there will be different sets of armor. There'll be like chainmail armor, mystic armor, leather armor, things like that. And they give little bonuses to different class types as well. And then the skills are always things that can be used during your turn. So we got rid of the extra market card, put 3 new ones out, drew 3 new dice from the bag, rolled them, put them in order, and now we're back to choosing initiative. So I really want that 6. I always want the high numbers, especially for this spot. And that would let me swap 2 dice. What's out here? Before or after selecting initiative, re-roll any number of dice in the dice pool and reorder them. So that's a skill, and I want some skills because I get a victory point for each skill I have. So I could play it safe and take this 2 so that I don't have to roll the enemy die. Or I could get this 3 that comes with a gold and have a 50-50 shot of losing a card, or grab that 6. I think I'd be safe to grab this and put it here, which would let me re-roll a die. And I think I'll re-roll this 1. And when you re-roll the die, you can keep the original value or the new value. And in this case, it stayed a freaking 1. Alright, I get this gold, and then I have to roll this. On a 1, 2, or 3, I get rid of this, this, or this. 4 through 6, I get rid of nothing. It's a 5, so I'm good to go. I'll pay 1 coin for this skill. And this skill requires me to move my alignment token to the right every time I use it. Alright, so the enemy didn't trash anything, so these go to the discard. These 2 dice go back in the bag. We add a coin up here, refresh the market. So here's 2 great examples of weapons. See if we can get this in a good view. So you'll see one of them has the single hand and the other one has the 2 hands. So you could have 2 weapons with this symbol, but only 1 with that double-handed symbol. So there we go. And I got to pull 3 more dice out. And put them in order. 1, 2, 4. I have this ability now. I can move if I'm able to move my alignment cube to the right, I can re-roll any number of dice in the dice pool and reorder them. What do I want? I need a green here. And it's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which would let me re-roll one of these, which might put me up to the 14 and up, and finish this backstory objective. But the 3, let me tap this, move my alignment over. And then I'm just going to re-roll all of them, and hopefully the green comes up lower, or maybe the other two are higher. Okay. 1, 2, 5. So I'm going to take the 2. And I get the gold. I'm going to place it here, and I'm going to use that ability to re-roll that same die. So I can leave it as a 2, or, yeah, I'll take a 6. That'll be great. So I got a total of 12 there now. Now I'll roll the enemy die to see if he takes any of these on a 1, 2, or 3. So 1 is this card. So he takes Acrobatics, which is +1 to one die, -1 to another die. Not really worried about that. I wanted one of these weapons. So when completing an attribute row, you gain 2 additional gold. I forgot to gain a gold when I placed that last die here. So you get 1 gold. When any player discards a card from the market, gain 1 gold. I haven't explained that yet. So instead of buying a card from the market, I could discard one to the discard pile and take 2 gold. So this one would give me 1 gold anytime any player did that. So I would get 3, and then anytime somebody else did it, I would get 1 additional. But I guess I really don't want to waste my money on these, so I'll discard these and get 2 gold. That goes away. These 2 dice go back to the bag. Refill the market. Untap my skill. Can only untap 1 turn. Get 3 more dice. Boom. Wow. Okay, 336 or 366. Sorry, I was thinking about Winston-Salem. All right, so this is one of the set collections I was talking about. This is the chain leggings of the chain set. See if we can get a good shot of this. So if you go for this, 1 part of the set's worth 1, 2's worth 2, 3's worth 4, 4's worth 7, 5's worth 10. And if your class just happens to be red or white, you get 1 additional point at the end of the game. And there's a bunch of different sets. So I like how they I like set collection in general, but it's cool how they incorporated it here and how it makes sense. You're arming your character. It's really cool. I've enjoyed this game so far. So I don't know if I want that. I definitely don't want that because I've already got 1 skill that moves it to the right. But then again, I do get a victory point for every skill. This would give me a $1 discount when buying from the market, but it would take up both hands for weapons. So I'm gonna say I want this. And now let's look at the dice and see what I need. So there's no white. I need another 6 here, which would let me swap 2 dice. 6, 6, 18. Gold, let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to take, I forgot to put a gold here. But anyway, I'm going to take this 6, which gives me this gold. I'm going to put this 6 here. So I get 1 gold for finishing that row. And now I get to swap 2 dice anywhere. And I think I'm going to swap these 2 because this requires 16 or 17 and this one only requires 14 or 15. So yeah. Alright, now since I took the middle one, I have to roll this to see if I lose anything. Thank goodness this one goes away to the trash, not the discard pile. I'm going to spend $3 on these chain leggings. 1, 2, 3. And that goes in my armor section. And then this last one gets discarded. These 2 go back to the bag. Let me see if we got any action going on. There we go. Beach Daisy is now hosting you. Share this. Oh yeah, let's share it as Patricia. Share it on Twitter. Tweet. I just got tweeted. Alright. So I get 3 more dice, 3 more market cards. Roll them up. There's the leather gloves. I'd rather have the chain gloves. So we rolled a 1, 1, and a 4. And if I want, I can re-roll them. I'm really looking for a white die, but other than that, I can't because I can't move. Oh, excuse me, I can't move it to the right. Okay. Well, that won't help. Okay. Well, I have 2 flips left, so I guess I'll take this red and put it down here on my charisma, which will give me $1 discount. I don't have to roll the enemy die because I chose the first initiative. This one would move me up, increase the face value of one of your class color on your sheet. I don't have any black die on my sheet. Win scoring +1 to gold, so that would put me closer to this. So yeah, I'm gonna buy that for $3. My first weapon, a jeweled dagger. Then these go to the discard pile. Blam, refresh the market. If this was tapped, I could untap it, put these dice back in the bag. Oh, forgot to use this, so give me a gold back. Because that should have given me a discount. No skill cards. Get 3 more dice out, roll them up, light them up. Inhale, exhale. Okay. So 1, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. There's a white one. Okay. So let's. Oh, I still can't move to the right. And all these traits are to the right. Now, you can still buy the trait. It just doesn't affect your alignment cube. Scores that is less than 5. If either strength or constitution are less than 8. I think that's more possible. I can't use this. Okay. Well, I'll just take this. And this needs to go here. And that'll let me increase or decrease a die face. And let me see. Wisdom's only worth 1 star, so I'm going to purposely make wisdom 8 or less while still attaining my back score, because I'm going to purchase this for 2. And wisdom, since I placed it on wisdom, I get to move this one direction. I'm going to move it to the left, so I'll be able to use that later. And that's that. Oh, wait, no, I have to roll. Ooh, almost forgot. So I place this, I move that before, and then I roll the enemy die and hope that it's not a 1, since I took the second initiative. And it's a 3, so this goes away. I'm sorry, that goes to the trash, not the discard pile. Then I can buy this. And I'm going to make my wisdom 8 or less at the end of the game on purpose to get 2 stars for it instead of the 1 that I would get if it was 14 or higher. Alright, so this goes to the discard pile. Those 2 dice go back. Refill. Alright. Oh, pretty good. There's 3 dice. Roll them up. 1, 1, 5. I can use this now. So what do we got out here? For $4, we can move our alignment down, which is not good for me, and I have no way to get it back up. So I don't really care about that. This one, it moves alignment to the right. That's fine. During final scoring, double the effect of your alignment card. So if I do end up getting it on the 3, that would be 6 points, which could be really good. And then we got some more leather stuff here. I'm thinking about getting that just for the point. I mean, it's a guaranteed 2 points because I'm black. I mean, I'm not black, but you know what I'm saying? My cubes are black. All right. Let's see. I'm going to try to show you this and show you why I'm getting this extra point. All right. So there you go. There's the leather boots. So part of the leather set worth 1 if I have 1, and plus 1 if worn by purple or black, and I'm black. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to purchase that depending on what die I pick. Okay, so I need. Let's see. I'm not worried about that. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. These all match my backstory. Wisdom, I want to be low. So yeah, let's take the 1. I don't have to worry about the enemy taking any of these cards. And that'll let me move my cube in any direction. I'm going to move it up, which now puts me on the 3. And that kind of makes me want to buy this one instead, but I only have $3. So yeah, that ain't going to happen. So I'll go ahead and buy these boots. Boom, $3. These both go to the discard. Dice go back in the bag. All right, we're getting close now. All right, 3 dice. Got a white, a blue, and a blue. 114. I haven't seen many more skills come up. Here's the Mystic set. There's only 3 in the Mystic set, and this is good for green or blue. But the values go up a lot faster, so that's cool. Let's see. I need a black die to be in this last wisdom spot, so I'm not interested there. Constitution has to be 14, so I need a high. Anyway, I'm going to tap this skill, which moves my alignment token to the right, and that will allow me to re-roll. I'm going to re-roll all of them. And so we got 2, 2, and a 5. I think I will take the 5. And this will let me increase or decrease 1 die. I'm going to increase the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is at 12. So that'll make it 13. Then I roll to see which card the enemy takes, a 1 or 2. Since I chose 3rd initiative, on a 1 or 2, I'll take this. 3 or 4, I'll take that. 5 or 6, I'll take that. That's cockeyed. And that's a 4. So he'll take Compassionate, which is gain 2 victory points if your character sheet has dice of all 7 possible colors. Does mine? 5, 6, 7. I don't know. No, it has no black die. So, okay, maybe that's not that bad. This is a victory point for every 2 dice in my class color. I don't have any money, so I don't even know why I'm looking at this. So I'm going to discard this to get 2 gold. Yeah. And I just remembered this whole game I've been forgetting my ability. When I use a skill card, I don't even have to move the alignment marker. So I'm going to leave it on that 3. I got to remember that. So end of the round, I'm going to untap this, refill the market, some more dice. Only got 4 rounds left to go. Oh, and when I filled in the last... Man, I keep forgetting everything. So when I filled in the last die there, I was supposed to get a coin. 2, 3, 4. Finally, a black die. It's like the first one of the whole freaking game. So I'm going to put that in the wisdom spot for sure. Then I don't have to worry about him taking any of these market cards. I get a coin for that. Not. So I really don't care what these directions are because I don't even have to move it. I'm just trying to get skill cards at this point. So Draw one card from the market deck, buy it at cost, or return it to the top. Take any attribute action. Yes, sir. I'll take that. 4 gold. Boom. That's a really good card. And I think I'll do that now. I'm going to use the strength attribute, which will let me swap or flip a die face to the other side. So there's that. So that's 6, 12. That's 18. Minus 2 is 16. I need 2 more, but this one gives me +1 to gold, so I'm only 1 away. All right, let's see what comes up in the market. There's some more market cards that could help me out. Leather Greaves. Where's all the chain stuff? Come on. All right, so at the end of my turn, I'll untap that. Come on. Hey, another black die. 2, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to use this skill, and I'm not moving my alignment token because I don't have to. Normally, I'd have to move it to the left, and then if I couldn't move it to the left, I couldn't use that skill. But I'm going to use it to flip a die face, and it's going to be this one. Yep. Then I'll take this black 6, put it here, which will let me flip another die face. So I'm going to flip this one. Looking good. And then the enemy is going to take a card. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to take search. Search the dice bag and exchange 1 die on your character sheet with a new die from the same face value. That's pretty freaking good. So that gets trashed. This is just straight up 1 victory point. And this would be 2 since I'm black, but I don't have any money. So I guess I'll discard this to get $2. And then this goes away. These go back in the bag. Untap that. Refill the market. Proud, $5 for 2 victory points. Ooh, there's some chain stuff right there. 3 dice. Man, getting some crappy dice draws. All right, 3, 5, 6. Let's see here. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. 3, 5, 6. So I definitely want that. That'll give me another, give me 1 extra point. After placing a die in the final space of an attribute row, you may take this attribute action an additional time. So I'm going to use this skill to use the strength attribute again to flip another die, I think. So a 3 goes to a 4, so that would be 10, 14. So that'd be good. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip this 3 to a 4, and now my intelligence is good to go. My wisdom's good because of this ability. 5, 9, 12. This needs to be improved. And 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I need a 3 here, so I'm going to take this. Oh, it needs to be red. Okay, so I'm going to use this ability and choose not to move it to re-roll all the dice and reorder them. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to take this red too. Finishes my backstory. I need a red right there. 12 and 2 is 14 plus 2 is 16, and this has to be either a 16 or a 17. That's good to go. This is still not good. I need a weapon that would increase the value 1 more, but I don't think that's going to happen. 5, 9, 12. I need 2 more here somehow. Oh yeah, when I place this, I get 2 gold, and I get to swap 2 dice. So, what was I saying? I need 12, 2 2 more here. So is there a 5 I can swap this with? Oh no, this isn't swap. This is turn it over. So now I'm only 1 away. And then next turn I can use this to use this ability for that. Yeah, that'll work. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got $4. Can't buy. Only thing I can buy is this, so I'm gonna buy it for $3. All right, and because I chose the first initiative, the enemy dice doesn't get rolled, and I don't lose any cards. All right, here we go. Last one. Honorable for 7. I knew I should have freaking saved that money. Okay, these go back. I only get to untap one of these, and it's going to be this one, because I know exactly what I need to use it for. So here's 3 dice. All 4s. Are you kidding me? So which one do I need? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color it is. Okay. So I'll put this here. Get a $1 discount during purchasing this time, which does not matter. I'm going to tap this to increase this by 1. So my Constitution's good to go. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's good to go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's good to go. All right. That's it. Well, I get 1 gold for placing that last one. But still, I can't purchase anything. All right. So that's it. These market cards all go away. 2 cards left in the deck. Put everything back in the bag. Now we'll do final scoring. So final scoring, it's in the rulebook clear as day, but you'll get this. Let me zoom in for this. Okay. So here's my board. And my skills and my traits, scoring thingamajigger, and my set collection, and all that good stuff. There we go. Okay, so I usually just use this little black cube or whatever color cube you have to keep track of this. So for the top one, I needed 16 or 17. I have 12, 13, 14 plus 2 equals 16. So there's 2 points. And this is 6, 12, 18 plus 1 from my dagger. Makes it 19, minus 2 makes it 17. So I missed that one. 5, 10, 14 on my Constitution gives me 2 points. Then I got 10, 14 on my Intelligence will give me 1. Wisdom is only 4, so I missed that. Charisma is what? 12, 16. So I got that, 2 more points. Then we check the backstory. So I got my red match in there, my purple match in there, white there, green there, black there, blue there. So I got all 6, so that gives me 6 extra victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll check the alignment token. It ended on 3. And I also have this trait that says, I didn't buy it. Oh, because I didn't have enough money. Anyway, so that's 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Gain 2 stars if either intelligence or wisdom attribute scores 8 or less. It is 4, so 1, 2. My wisdom was 4. Gain a star for each skill card. I have 2 skill cards. 1, 2. And then you would gain a point for every 8 coins that you had left over at the end of the game. Only had 2. And then we look at the set collection. So I have 2 pieces of the chain set. So that's 2 points. 1, 2. And I have 1 piece of the leather set, but I'm also black, so that would give me 1 extra point. So that's 1, 2. And that's it. My final score is 24. And if you look in the solo play book, in the book for solo play, what did I get? 24 is hireling. Okay. So the first game I played of this, I scored like 32, and I was luminary. Then I went down to like 27, and then look at this. Last time I got like 17 points, so I was a non-player character. But in my defense, I was testing the very first Twitch stream. So anyway, there you go. That's how to play role player solo. Hope that helps you decide whether you'd like to purchase this game or not, or if it's something you'd be interested in. I personally enjoy it better than Sagrada. Don't hate me, but I just did not really enjoy Sagrada. This has more, I don't know, a better theme for me, I guess. I like the theme better, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I thought it was really cool how they had the alignment, how depending on what skills you decide to use and what traits you decide to get, it changes your alignment, because the decision you make decide whether you're evil or good or chaotic or lawful, and that's pretty good with thematics. I like how the weapons affect the market and your in-game scoring. I love the set collection with the different sets of armor. Like, you can collect random sets, but they won't be worth near as much. And if you had a full, a 2, 3, or 4, full 4-player game has all the cards, so you have the potential to get multiple sets possibly. And then the skills, I like how you have to activate the skills, but you can only, untap one per turn, so you got to be selective about which one you use. And the in-game scoring, I just like it. And each of these, I don't know if I showed you, but each of these cards have 2 sides, the classes. So even though you just draw one color, you still get 2 choices. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I don't regret getting rid of Sagrada. And from now on, if I'm going to ask somebody, hey, do you like Sagrada? And I'm going to show them this. There's already an expansion out for it, and Mr. Tom Vassel's already done a review of it. It adds monsters to the game, some boost dice. You can fight monsters and get dice that have numbers higher than 6 on them. Looks really cool. But anyways, thanks for joining me on my very first official Twitch live stream. I'll be posting this to YouTube later. And as always, thank you for watching, and play all the games.